Ohio State's quarterback problems are solved. Ryan Day and Mike Yurcich pulled it off. They got two guys who were both ranked among the top 300 players in the class of 2020 to sign with Ohio State as quarterbacks. C.J. Stroud of California, Jack Miller of Arizona. This is what Ryan Day wanted. How big of a deal is it, Nathan Baird?
I think it's a really big deal. I think not only is it just sort of one of the basic headlines you could put on a class like this when you get two quarterbacks, but more than that, I think Ohio State had to solidify this room, put a foundation on this room. I mean, as we've talked before, the culture now, there's always going to be transfers out there, whether it's undergrad transfers, whether it's grad transfers. There's always going to be somebody floating around there that could potentially help a program, even one as good as Ohio State. But I think you want to, as a coach, and Ryan Day expressed as much today, you want to find that solution from within when you can. And you want to, I think for him, being a quarterback's coach and having Mike Yurcich here too, I think they want to build their guy. I think they want to develop the guy that in the mold that they want. They get really lucky with Justin Fields, just getting someone that talented and that bright and that kind of together about himself to come in and be able to build the trust he needed with his teammates right away. I think that's much easier to do over a 2 and 3 year process as you see at other positions. It's even more important at quarterback, and you can do that when you're bringing in a freshman as opposed to just churning the transfers in over and over.
Stephen, were you surprised that they pulled this off?
I'm a little bit surprised that they pulled it off, just because, especially given the situation. Like, usually when we've seen other people do it in the past, those two are probably going to be fighting to start. These guys are going to be fighting to be the number 2 guy, at least for year 1, while Justin Fields is still here. And then they're going to be joined by another guy in 2021 for a 3-man competition for the starting position. And one of those guys is probably going to transfer, just the way the transfer portal has been working nowadays. So, yeah, I am a little surprised that in a situation where you're convincing 2 guys to come here, not only to come here with another guy in your class, you're convincing them to come here and be the number 2 guy for a year and pretty much
I mean, not very few freshman quarterbacks expect to start, though, right? Even the top guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I think 4- and 5-star guys now are trying to get on the field as quickly as possible, and that means enrolling early and getting on the field that fall. That was something Matthew Baldwin had mentioned before he ended up transferring, is because you want to get on film as early as possible, you want to get on the field as early as possible. So I think with these top 100 guys and these 4- and 5-star guys, I think these guys are going to be looking for places going forward where they can get on the field as quickly as humanly possible.
So it is going to be fascinating to watch. I think it might get bumpy at times, like interesting bumpy, and they're like ready for that. Of course they are, but these are the guys. One of these 2 guys is going to be Ohio State's starting quarterback in 2021. Like, there's no doubt about that. Kyle McCord's not going to come in and win it as a true freshman. It's going to be either Jack Miller or C.J. Stroud, and it is on. Like, it is on right away, because one of these 2 guys is going to be the backup in 2020 behind Justin Fields. And all the stuff we talked about, like, oh man, like who's this chug? They're going to have a good – you want your backup to be a guy that you plan to be the starter in the future. So either Jack Miller or C.J. Stroud is going to get a leg up right away. Who wins the number 2 spot, and that guy's going to be the leader going into 2021. So, they know they're not playing next year, but, like, they are going to have a chance very, very quickly. And it's funny to hear Ryan Day has – this is one of these things. I complained the other day about asking people questions that they can't be truthful about. They're not going to both last here. I mean, are we going to play one guy on 2nd down and one guy on 3rd down? Like, it's Ryan Day's like, we both hope they both stay and graduate from here. I mean, that's of course what's he going to say. But we know the deal. One's going to be Dwayne Haskins and one's going to be Joe Burrow. But the whole point of how you get them both is because, as it turned out, being Dwayne Haskins and being Joe Burrow, pretty good. So that's why they can make this happen. But it's going to be fun for us. It's going to be fun for you. Thanks for watching and listening at cleveland.com. It's signing day. There's all kinds of stuff coming, and then there's a bowl game or something.